Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of what you should be considering for your email marketing for this month. Today we're talking about March, and hey, heads up Shopify merchants, a lot is going on this month. We've got St. Patrick's Day and the beginning plannings of April Fools. Also, I think it's worth that we talk about weather-related messages, and I want to make sure you are ready for Easter because it's a big e-commerce event. And then at the end, we've got a fun little tip of the month. I'm going to dive into some analytics with you. All right, I'm Kestrel Lemon, Senior Strategist over here at Seguno, and let's go ahead and get started. Up first, St. Patrick's Day. Now, St. Patrick's Day is a lighthearted and fun cultural event. It's not specifically tied to e-commerce, but a lot of people do celebrate St. Patrick's Day, so therefore people will buy things for St. Patrick's Day. It's not really a gift-giving event in the same way that like Mother's Day or Valentine's Day might be. It's more of a social event. So people may want products for the specific day itself. So if you sell things like food or non-alcoholic drinks or alcoholic drinks that you think people might want for St. Patrick's Day, this is something to pay attention to. If you sell children's clothes or novelty items, if you sell party supplies or home decor or even Irish-focused products, well, especially Irish-focused products, because St. Patrick's Day is going to be a big deal for you, and you're going to want to start thinking about what those messages should look like. This is a great example from Kahlua. First of all, it looks tasty. And secondly, they've gone ahead and combined with Jameson to recommend a drink specifically for St. Patrick's Day. And this makes a lot of sense. Many people are going to be consuming adult beverages for St. Patrick's Day. And so Kahlua is taking advantage of that by showing off some Irish whiskey. This makes a lot of sense. It goes together really easily. However, you might be saying, well, look, I don't sell products specifically for St. Patrick's Day, but can I get in on this action? Sure, of course. Many other brands you're going to see take advantage of this. All of the big box stores, I'm sure, are going to do it, or shops in the mall are going to do this too, where they basically just come up with a creative and punny sounding phrase and have some shamrocks and a green background and put out some St. Patrick's Day type messaging. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with this. I do think it's more interesting if you can come up with something a little bit more creative than this. But honestly, if you're short on time, but you still really want to try to take advantage of St. Patrick's Day, you could always go look at the template library. Or you could do a little bit of a gut check and say, like, is my brand really St. Patrick's Day worthy? It's up to you. That's what you need to decide. Overall, though, people mostly use it as an excuse to have some kind of straightforward promotion, unless they're selling St. Patrick's Day specific items, like I already mentioned. Now, if you're already thinking about the next e-commerce event, then it's likely that you want to make a plan for it. So I highly suggest taking a look at our planning guide. In there, we do a month-by-month breakdown of all the different e-commerce events that you need to be thinking about. And we also include 15 must-have newsletter ideas each month that you could take advantage of, and that way we take kind of all the guessing out of your email marketing planning. It's also a great place to be able to track your metrics. It's a free guide. Why not give it a try, right? Also, as I mentioned before, we do have templates. So if you're just in a rush and you just want some kind of professionally designed looking email to go out for St. Patrick's Day or April Fools or Easter or whatever it might be, go take a look at the Seguno template store. We've got you covered. Now, April Fools. This is a little bit of a tricky one, right? Because it's not really for everyone. So if you are interested in doing some kind of email marketing for April Fool's Day, I suggest you think about it this way. Is April Fool's really right for you? Like, does that work with your brand and your audience? Like, would your audience think that was interesting? Like, would they laugh? Like, would they be into it? And is there any way that somebody could misinterpret whatever joke you're doing, right? Like, so run this joke by several people and make sure that it is in fact funny and couldn't be misinterpreted horribly. And then finally, like, what's the reason why you're doing the joke? Like, what's the big takeaway here? I found this article, you can read through it, but it's how different food brands interpreted April Fools. And so Peeps combined with Green Giant to do like cauliflower Peeps. And then this guacamole company came out with guacamole toothpaste. These are really hilarious, but ultimately they are brand building. That's what they're doing. They're trying to get their brand out there, doing something creative and fun and that people want to naturally share and talk about. That's why they're doing it. But then if you look at some other bigger brands or kind of traditional e-commerce, you'll see a little bit more of a watered down version of this where they've got some kind of creative pun copy along with a straightforward pun. So in some ways similar to what people have done with St. Patrick's Day. A very common piece of copy here is, "It's no joke, we've got a sale for you." I'm not saying there's anything wrong with this. I'm just saying, like, if you're going to devote energy towards it, is this really like the best use of your time? I don't know. If you think your audience is really into jokes and they would really laugh at, maybe you've got like dogs and sunglasses or something funny and creative that you came up with, great. Then maybe try it out. Again, run the joke by some people. Last year, we did Segunos for our April 1st joke, and we went whole hog on this. We built a website. I actually really created this prop. I really created these Segunos in my kitchen. We filmed a commercial. We had social media going on. And the whole reason we wanted to do it was that we just wanted to have a joke with our customers. We just thought it was funny because of our brand name, Seguno. Oh, we'll just call it Segunos. We just wanted to have a joke, something in common with our audience. We thought that would be fun. We also ended up doing free templates with it so that it actually had value coming back to all of our customers also, which was fun. But that's the kind of thing that you might want to think about with April Fools. It's definitely not for everyone. However, this next thing is for everyone. Well, I think mostly everyone. Weather-related emails. I love them. It's because we're all having a shared experience, right? Like, it's very relevant if we're all going through the same weather at the same time for you to talk about that, because it's what people are dealing with every time they're outside. Also, weather is change. Change is new, and new is interesting. And you're always looking for just that extra edge to get people to open up your email. And if you can combine your products with weather, then it can become kind of a no-brainer to click on and purchase. Here's some great examples. So up first, we have here from ModCloth. What they were able to do is talk about some specific products, rainbow-based products, and rain. Duh. It goes together. It's such a great match made in heaven. I maybe wouldn't have thought about it right away, but it's a beautiful message. And they've got some great copy here. After the storm, there's always a rainbow. Chase away the winter blues by chasing rainbows in our new Prism Perfection pieces. It's a great combination. Up next here from Duluth, they're combining an overall winter collection with a cold snap that hit. So this message went out during a cold snap. The whole country was experiencing it. And so they expressed that through the subject line, and then they put out all their winter gear here. So again, it goes together. It's very common sense. Someone is feeling cold, and then they get an email about cold weather supplies. Makes a lot of sense, right? Now, Easter. Man, for some people, this is going to be a big e-commerce event, similar to how Valentine's Day or how Mother's Day will be. So I wanted to make sure just to give you a little bit of information now. We're going to have more later. But the things to remember with Easter is that it is a gift-giving event and that people will want the products for Easter. So that means it's March now. You're going to need to figure out what your last shipping dates are going to be for Easter. And that if Easter is a big deal for you as a brand, you might want to start promoting it in mid-March because Easter is in mid-April. So I think products, industries that are going to be influenced by this a lot are food and drink that people might want to have on Easter. Adults clothing, so people normally dress up, they go out, kids clothing, kids bows, kids accessories for Easter. And then of course novelty items and clothing, the bunny ears, the bunny costumes, and any home decor, party supplies. That'll make sense because people might have everyone over for Easter dinner. That's a big thing people might want to prepare for. And then of course religious items for Easter. Now here's a great email from Tattly where they were able to take a really innovative idea on how to use their product and Easter and put it together. So the idea of putting fake tattoos on your Easter eggs, I love it and I really want to try it. So they were able to tie their products that I normally wouldn't have considered traditional into Easter. Really smart. For those of you who do sell very straightforward Easter products, like I said, you're going to want to get a jump on this probably starting mid-March. I will have some more examples coming up when we do the April video, but if you need to get a head start, please feel free to. All right, now it's time for the tip of the month. By the way, if you have any ideas on what you want the tip of the month or what questions you have, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. I'm using some of our support cases to come out with these tip of the months or things that I've heard from different retailers. But if you have something you want in the tip of the month, let me know. I will listen to you. All right, so the thing I wanted to point out in the tip of the month is that if you go into your newsletter, you can find your delivery rate, open rate, click rate. Open rate is the number of people who opened divided by the number of people that were delivered the email. And click rate is the number of people who clicked divided by the number of people that were delivered the message. You can also hit on the clicks and see what people clicked on. So if you had a lot of items within that email, you can see which one was the most popular. And that can be kind of fun market research for you as well. Now, another section that you might not have looked before, but I think is really important, is your unsubscribe rate and your complaint rate. Everyone worries about unsubscribes, but honestly, it's a natural part of any email marketing program. And as long as they're less than 0.5%, on average, then I always want them as low as possible, but that's acceptable. It's complaint rates that make us really nervous. That's when somebody hits spam, and I really don't want to see almost any of those. So it's a good thing to keep an eye on. You know, something's maybe up with maybe sending a little too frequently, or something's a little bit up if you start seeing these creep. And if you're a Seguno customer, you can always go talk to support and they will investigate what they think the reason is, if they think these are a little bit high. We also just came out with a blog article I will link below, and it talks way more about finding different metrics that are key for you to be able to look at on a day in and day out basis. So you can look at these metrics anytime you want. All right, that's all I have for you. Please like, subscribe, and we'll see you next month. Thanks a lot.